Hey everybody, how you doing? It's your man Kevin here, the Natural Wellness Shop, talking about things that talking about living naturally well, the way nature intended. Today, I'm just going to talk about getting to the root of the matter, root causes. I'm going to be talking about being honest, taking the time necessary to be honest with oneself about taking the time to get to the root of a lot of matter. No matter what the matter, subject, or topic is, it's essential that we take the time necessary to uncover, understand, and know how to overstand with respect to making moves and determining our actions with respect and in accordance with an understanding of the root cause. Getting to the root cause of matters in our life will help us, help you, help me make better decisions in life that's not only going to help me live my best life now, help me level up, but also help others around me level up, live their best lives, and go on to do and be the people that they were and I was designed and destined to be. So I probably said a mouthful, so I'll kind of repeat myself that way. Hopefully you can leave away from today's discussion with some clarity about how important it is, how essential it is, how much of a priority we have to make it in our lives to set aside some time to sit down and get at the roots of the matter, get at the root causes, to sit down, take time, ask questions, think critically, and ask enough whys so that we can go as deep as we'd like to go or need to go in order to get to the bottom of things. Does that make sense? In order to get at the root cause, because it's essential that we get to the root cause of any matter if we want to make some real sustainable progression. And it's very important. I wish somebody would have really honed this in me when I was younger. So I guess that's why I'm making it a discussion. It's part of today's focus, and that it's something that I see and continually see that's important in my life and also in the lives of others whenever I sit back and watch and look at other people's lives. I guess one thing is kind of got me thinking along these lines is, I don't know where you're at, but where I'm at right now, we're in the midst of a season change, in the midst of going from summer to fall. And I'm just noticing that whenever we go from this change, a lot of people get sick, and a lot of people go through some changes too. And I just noticed that over my life, the more I learn to prepare myself and understand myself, and the more I start to look at the roots of how I operate and am as a person, it helps me make better decisions when it comes to season changes, specifically talking about my health. I understand how to stay healthy, and I understand what needs to be done in order to keep myself, healthy during the season change. And just looking at other people and then looking at my, my family and my kids, it's like they're starting to get sick during this season change. And it's like, well, if I'm trying to explain to you guys, sit down and look at the root cause of your health and look at the root, the foundation of what it's going to take in order for you to be as healthy and resilient as possible, so you can weather these changes. You can thrive with flying colors, so that you can thrive through these changes versus just struggle and strive through this season change. But it never fails. No. You know, like I've done in the past, continually do in other areas, and like others have done, is we don't get to the root cause of a lot of things, so we continually experience a lot of the same headaches, expecting different results. And that's one of the things that happens when we don't get to root causes in our life, is we continually stay on a path or in a cycle, expecting different results, doing the same old thing. So, you know, that's one thing that's gotten me thinking about this. Again, one thing that's kind of gotten me going on this trajectory today is just thinking about me and my kids and the season change, and how now I'm able to thrive through this season, you know, the changes in the seasons with respect to my health, with more resiliency than I had been in the past, because I took the time to sit down and think about what it's going to take to keep me healthy through season changes. Again, sitting down and thinking about root causes, getting at the root of matters, it helps. It goes a long way, and it's essential and it's important that we do this if we want to live a prosperous and good, successful and best life now. If we want to thrive through life versus just struggle and strive through life. So one of the ways we do this is by asking questions and critically thinking, taking notes, and giving ourselves time to come to understanding, discerning understanding, and coming to certain insights that's going to help us become more aware and become more clear as far as what's happening and taking place in our life. This is definitely essential. Ask lots of whys. You know, in today's world, we live in a world where we are so distracted and we are so inundated with so many things that grab at our attention and that seeks our time and that is distracting and keeps us in states of not being fully aware, but semi-conscious, even in a zombie-like state. So it's to the utmost of importance today to really be on guard about taking the time to get at the root causes of things, because if you don't, you'll find yourself falling into all kinds of traps and running into all kinds of hurdles and messing up on all kinds of obstacle courses in life. We gotta constantly do this. You know, I was having a conversation with somebody earlier today, and we were just conversating about some situations that we see happening. And, you know, in the course of the conversation, you know, she said a statement. She said, at some point you just have to look at the picture clearly and state it and just get at the root of the matter. This is the root of the matter. No matter how ugly it is, this is what it is. So now, we have to accept that, embrace it, and be willing to do whatever it takes to deal with the diagnosis and the prognosis and move on. And, you know, in the world we live in, that can be increasingly hard to do. And just being people, that can be hard to do, especially when you have egos and you have pride and you have just all kinds of stuff that gets in the way. So we have to be willing to accept pain and embrace pain. And we have to be willing to just humble ourselves and let go of ego and pride, let go of some things and just say, hey, this is the way it is. This is the way I am. This is the way they are. This is the way life is at this moment. And so we're going to have to just work with where we're at versus where we'd like to be. Am I making sense? If I'm not making sense, please let me know. But just, circling back around to today's topic, today's discussion, just talking about looking at the world that we live in. It's essential. It's important that we sit down and take the time, take moments, ask questions, avail ourselves, humble ourselves to be honest and try to get as clear a view of the reality of where we're at with respect to any topic or subject, whether it be our health, our wallet or purse, our wealth, our relationships, and our overall happiness, and whether we're living in purpose or on purpose, is that it's important to sit down and think about the root causes and to understand where we're at in the present with respect to where we'd like to be in the future. After contemplating, meditating, and reflecting and thinking about the past, excuse me while I'm sipping on my coffee here. The coffee helps me as far as my reflection time to sit down and think about the past and go and think about some things, maybe gather some insight so I can get at the root cause. You got to get at the root cause. And also, let me read this verse real quick from the Bible, Hebrews 12:15. Looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of God, looking diligently, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. So, just one verse to me is just speaking to the importance of thinking about root causes and how when we don't get to root causes in our life, it can affect many areas of our life. If we allow roots to grow into fruits and bear fruit, man, you're talking about real trouble then. So just nipping things in the bud and getting at root causes can definitely help when it comes to your overall quality of life. Because at the end of the day, we all want to live calm, clear, and kind, right? We all want to live a life that is prosperous, like I said, and peaceful. And that is one where we're living in good health. We're having mental clarity. Imagine waking up every day where you're just like, wow, I'm living with purpose. I'm living with intention, and I'm really enjoying these days. My mind is sharp, clear, wielding logic and creativity, and my heart is open, vulnerable, humble, always seeking out beauty, unforgiving, doesn't have any bitterness, hatred, or anxiety, don't have any worries. And physically, imagine I'm just in good health. I feel good. I'm agile. I'm mobile. I feel like I can just jump through a wall. I feel like I can do 100 sit-ups, 1,000 pull-ups, push-ups. I'm just feeling good, vibrant, full of energy. That's what we want. So learning how to get to the root of the matter, that will help us in order to sustain and maintain and achieve goodness in all areas of our life: health, wealth, love, and happiness. That's all I got for today. Hopefully I'd said something that's encouraging, inspiring, that will cause you to pause and just think for a moment as you go about your day, carrying out your business. Just wanted to talk about how important and essential it is that we take the time necessary, needed, in order to ask a lot of questions, to be honest with ourselves and get at the root of the matter, get at the root causes so that we can understand the effects that keeps on happening, or that happens, or that we would like to happen in our present and future. So that's all I had for today. Kevin Johnson here, thenaturalwellnessshop.com. Living naturally well, the way nature intended. That's always the goal. Just let me know you're out there. Hit like, share, comment, follow, love, whatever. Definitely appreciate you. And I don't take your time and attention for granted. Peace and blessings.